Uh-oh, what's that? Have you ever had one of those days? The engine's making a funny noise, the check engine light is glowing like a haunted firefly, and you just want to get your ride fixed so you can get back on the road. Well, you need a mechanic you can trust, a fast, no-nonsense guy who will get the job done right first time. Today, we're not calling the Auto Club, we're going straight to the source, to a man who assured me he's an auto whisperer, a tyre technician, and a master of the spanner. He's the original mobile mechanic. So settle in as we fire up the time machine, hit the gas, and head back to 1984 to review the smallest, but arguably one of the most charming little sets that I've featured on the channel so far. I'm Lord Paul, and this is Lord Paul's Bricks. Hey everyone, if this is your first pit stop here, welcome. And to all my returning brick builders, welcome back. It's great to have you here. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Lego set 6655, the Auto Tyre Repair from 1984. Don't let its size fool you. This is a tidy little set packed with 48 pieces and one very, very busy minifigure. He's got a lot on his plate, or should I say, his base plate. Remember, if you're enjoying this trip down memory lane, hit that like button. If you want to be the first to know when the next classic set rolls into the garage, be sure to subscribe, and I welcome you to leave a comment or ask a question. I respond to them all. I purchased this set a few weeks ago from a Bricklink seller here in Melbourne, Australia, while I was picking out a few replacement parts from their store. This set is in very good condition and it's complete except for one of the pieces that's not original, but the rest of it is. The windscreens were a little foggy from all of those years driving around the classic Lego town, but a quick polish and they look pretty good now. And if you're curious as to how I restore these old scratched up Lego windows, I've got a link to my polishing video in the description. Go and check it out. It's actually a really useful technique if you can master it. There are original instructions with this set, and they're the typical fold-out leaflet style from the era, with 9 steps for the build. There are also some alternative builds on the instructions, and I quite like the little tractor style on the left. Now let's talk about the money. I'm a bit of a Lego data nerd, so I track all my sets in a spreadsheet, a digital version of the notebook that I had in the 80s before I had a computer. When I get a set that's not brand new, it's a bit of an educated guess to figure out the original price. I have a set with a similar piece count from 1982, and that was $4.95. And another set from 1985, and that was $6.50, and that's in Australian dollars, of course. So I guess this set was around $6 in 1984, which makes it around 12.5 cents per piece, which is about where they were sitting. Fast forward to 2025, and the inflation-adjusted piece price for this set is around $25, which is an eye-watering 52 cents per piece. If you worked a minimum wage job in 1984, you would have had to have worked 1.53 hours to buy this set for $6. But if you were to buy this set in 2025, you'd only have to work 1 hour to buy this set at $25. All right, let's get a close-up on our main guy. He's the hero of our story after all. He sports a classic white torso with that iconic blue overalls pattern, simple blue legs, and a blue flat-billed cap. And of course, the ever-present classic smiley face. It's a look that just says, I'm a good guy, I'm here to fix your car. In this combination, this minifigure appeared in a dozen other sets between 1984 and 2002. The white and blue torso, however, was used in 51 sets between 1984 and 2005. The blue flat-billed cap was introduced in 1983 and used in nearly 500 sets all the way up until 2016. There was another version of this style of cap introduced in 2006, but that had more of a curved bill as opposed to this one, which is flat. He does really, though, look the part and definitely ready to start work. Let's dive into some of the unique components of this set. There are no stickers here, which is a big win for any vintage Lego collector, and only one printed part. That is a white 2x2 45-degree sloping brick with buttons and lamps print on it, and it's generally used as a generic control panel. This part was used in 26 sets between 1983 and 1991 and came in white, like this, grey and blue. Now this set has some serious historical significance because it was released in 1984, the year that the new wheel and tyre designs were introduced. Before this, you had the old school metal axles going through the modified 2x2 plates, and just a really different style of wheel assemblies. These new wheels featured a grey wheel hub and a tyre that came pre-fitted on the hub. Later, Lego would make us do the extra work of fitting the then updated tiles later on to the hubs yourself. The wheels connect with a small Technic pin style attachment on the then new modified 2x2 plate. It was quite a game changer for Lego vehicles and created a little bit more versatility with how you managed your wheels. One of the equipment pieces that our technician uses is the utensil jack that was also introduced in 1984. This was used in 31 sets between 1984 and 2003 and commonly used in sets involved in either motor racing or car repair. Another piece that I haven't talked about for a while is the 4x10 by 2/3 vehicle base, which is the key building element for this vehicle. There are two versions of this plate, one with a centre hole and one without. This one without a hole was used in 76 sets between 1980 and 2011. So that's all the pieces that I wanted to talk about today. Let's see how fast we can put this set together. With only 48 pieces and a minifigure, this is going to be a lightning fast build. So fast, you might miss it if you blink. If you're a fan of Lego town vehicles from the 1980s, this build won't throw any curveballs at you. They are all followed a pretty reliable formula. We start with the vehicle base plate and build up with the wheel arches and doors, driver's seat, and steering wheel. What I really love about this car is that it has a both front and rear windscreen, which for a lot of small vehicles from the era, they didn't. Once we add the front and rear lamps, we have finished the vehicle so we can snap our wheel balancer together and we're done. Here we have a completed set ready for action. Here are a few extra shots of the completed model. That wrench and screwdriver combo tool is a real unsung hero. It's the only tool our mechanic has, but he makes it work and it all looks great, but it does make you wonder, who is the customer that needs their car fixed? So now that we've built the set, it's time for my review. My usual disclaimer here, I always try to review these sets in the context of when they were first released. And for this Auto and Tyre Repair, that was way back in 1984, so let's judge it by the standards of its era. For piece selection, it's a 4.5 out of 5 for me. Is there anything particularly magical about the pieces? Not really, but we get a great collection of functional pieces, the wheel balancer, the classic jack, a spanner tool, and a cool car. For the size of this set, I think it's a great mix. There's no stickers and just the one printed part. The minifigure gets a 3 out of 5. This was a bit difficult for me to place a score on this, but I like this guy. He has a good torso print. He seems to be ready for work and it all works rather well. There's not much you could ask for a set of this size, except maybe another minifigure, maybe a customer, I don't know. Building enjoyment is 3.5 out of 5. If you've seen my other reviews, you know how much I enjoy building cars and trucks. Magical building experience, it is not, but I like building this and it's a good looking car for 1984. The playability is a 3 out of 5 for this set. Is there anything wrong with it? Not really, but it's a guy repairing a car and it's a bit lonely. If he was in a little van or truck visiting a customer with a car, I think it would make more sense, like a proper mobile mechanic. So in total, that's a 14 out of 20 for this set. And on balance, I think that's about right. So what did you think of this deep dive into this classic Auto and Tyre Repair guy? Let me know by giving this video a like. Your support helps keep the Lego Town mobile. I've got a lot more classic Lego reviews in the pipeline, so make sure you subscribe and you won't miss them. I also love it, of course, when you leave a comment or a question, so please do so below. I read them all and I respond to them all. Do my reviews make you want to hunt down any of these classic sets to add to your own collection? Let me know your thoughts. Until next time, keep on building and keep expanding your amazing vintage Lego Town. I'm Lord Paul, and this is Lord Paul's Bricks.